Well, it's a rainy day. Let's see if we can fix some junk. Anybody in there? If you're in there, get the hell out. Oh. There we are. Okay. Which one should we work on today? How about this little snapper? How about this little snapper there? Alright. Oh. Alrighty. Oh yeah. She's gonna need some paddles. Well, let's see if the motor's even good yet. Alright, so what we have here is a snapper. Little jobby. It's those little LEs. 17. We got some, yeah, well, I trash picked this one too, so, it's gonna have to get the overall treatment here. Seems to be the keys here and the primer, and that. It's got electric start. Let's see if that works later on. All right, let's get it on the bench. All right, so it's got a bolt loose there. Oh, okay. Oh, it's one of those one bolt jobbies, huh? That's nice. That's great. Someone's already been in here. Maybe the fellow that put it in the trash, So, let's get some things out of the way. Get this screw on there. What kind of screw is that? Oh, it's one of those. Alright. I'll bring you back when I get all that undone. Let's see if got compression here. It's not going to be that much because it's just a little guy, Alright. Well. Oh. Yeah, someone's definitely need to throw this guy out. This guy's a piece of crap. But let's see if we can get this thing up and running anyway. She got gas in her. Nope. Empty of gas, so wonder if this leaks here, So, and then I found this here. Yeah. That right there. Yeah. Yeah, she's a basket case, but I mean, it wouldn't be a YouTube channel, it wasn't a challenge, So, let's see if she's got spark. Digging your hand in there, you're gonna get bit by something. Dig in your hand in there, Lewis. Ah. Alright, let's see here. Let me go get my Harbor Freight $5 spark tester. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel. Helps me to be able to pick up junk like this. You know, all the above. You know, you can't even pick it out of the garbage without gas money. So, let's see there. She's got spark. Turn it to on position with their key. Let's see if she has spark here. Oh yeah. Let's see if I can show you this. Okay. Let's see if I can show you how she sparks there. Let's see here. There you go. Yeah, she's got spark. Well, she's got spark. Let's see if she's got compression. Alright. Compression, like I said, is not very high on these little guys. So, that's a good thing and that's a bad thing. Because if it requires very little spark, it can lose, very little compression, it can lose compression in the same hand. Oh, before we check that, let's crack this open here and see if there's any macaroni in there, you know. If there's any macaroni in there, it might just be that. It had that bad carburetor or whatever, you know. I'm kind of curious to see what is in here myself. Okay, it's really, that thing was loose, so yeah. Old garbage pick Johnny, you know, I don't know his name, you know. Well, I garbage picked it, so I might be garbage pick Johnny. But let's see here. Oh, okay. All right. I think the guy or gal that threw this in the trash was pretty smart, because yeah, she's you know, she got the lowrider going on there, you know. Okay, so but look at this here. There's a little bit of macaroni in there, not too much, you know. Kind of look like pepper a little bit there. Eh? Oh, I'm getting hungry. Let's see if she might clean up a little bit, or you know, let's put this back together here, and let's drivel a little fuel down in there and see what's going on. See if she's got a little bit of compression. All right, let's clean this out just a little bit. We're not trying to do too much, just to see if the. Oh, hold on a second. Let's clean out that jet just a little bit, just in case it doesn't want to suck anything up, you know, from it and all. So, has no gas in it. But I just want to see if she has a little bit of compression. If she doesn't, we're gonna throw it in the pile and keep it for you know, we'll throw it in the pile and keep it for spare parts or whatever, you know. Well, this needle and seat is a little weird here. Okay, I think we might have a crushed float here, guys. Maybe. Don't know. Let's see. Let's see here. I don't like doing stuff like this upside down. Reason being is just because it's not good practice to try to get something to work while you're upside down here like that. But we just want to see if she's gonna pop a little bit there. So I'll put this back together here real quick without the needle and all that. I know I'm getting off task here. I know. I'm gonna open it up. Open up the choke all the way there. Spray some of this goodness down in there. Alright, let's see if she pops off, guys. Let's get Miracle Whip back on the floor. Let's see. She's going to fire. So what we're going to do, we're going to take that carburetor off and put her in the Vibrasonic. See if we got a little running machine for us. Now, how you get these bad boys off is that there's a screw, focus, right there. Now this is a T25. That's what fits in there. It fits in there very well. Now you're gonna be cussing at that doggone thing because it's a little bit weird how they have those back up in there, but you'll get it with these T25s. So just a little tip, and then once we get those out, I'll show you how to address that spring back up in there. All right, take our T25. Now I like to go on the left hand side first because you have to kind of fool with these things right here, and these ratcheting little screwdriver sets work good. Now get the one that has the extended. This one's by DeWalt, but it doesn't have to be DeWalt. It can be somewhere in Uganda somewhere or whatever. But let's see here. Let's get this off here. Alright, so now I'm going to bring you over. This right here, this bolt right here is what holds that whole mechanism kind of in place. So just be careful and, bring it out slowly. Watch what you're doing. Take pictures if you want to and that. Okay. Now that thing right there is coming out. Now you take off this little hose right here. Take this little hose off for the primer and kind of bring it back. Don't yank it out because there's still that rod back there. So like I said, you got to finesse it out of there. Now you're gonna wreck it. So this is what you do. You turn it like this, and then it pops off. I'll show you how it goes on there real quick. Now, see this little thing here? Focus. That it's called a Z-bin on those little rods. And they go down inside that hole there. Right back there. Focus. What the hell? Okay, right there. You know? So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and take that over to the bench and break it down, and we'll see what's going on inside. Okay. So, you know, we already took off that little bolt down there for the bowl. And, you know, that's all nasty in there. We're just going to put that right in the pot. All right, now these ones are a little bit different than usual. Oh, they have this little spring right here. You got to be real careful not to lose that sucker. Sometimes what I do is I kind of drop this whole thing in there. Let's get that gasket out of there, though. These gaskets, they like to get a little wrecked. So, get that sucker out of there real quick. Come on, get it out of there. All right, yeah, that's hard as hell. So, yeah, it's got a little spring right here. So, this portion, let's see if you can see that. This portion of the spring there, it lays down inside that groove, and then your your gasket right here, your little O-ring gasket type, it lays on top of that, and it holds that spring down, and then you put your bowl back on there, and it holds all that in there. That's how that operates. But sometimes I kind of like to have that kind of stay in there, and then plus I can see if this has got any holes in it, because see how it's crushed a little bit? That's always not a good sign, because what it does is that if there's a hole in there, it'll crush down once it expands and contracts with the heat cycle. So let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to try to get this, very carefully try to get this, because these are kind of hard, and if you heat those up too much, like sometimes you can't help it, but if you heat these up too much, they'll crack actually. So, all right, so we have all that done. All right, so what I like to do is I like to get the heavy stuff off of there, just kind of get the heavy stuff off of there, so you're not cleaning the heavy stuff. You're really getting inside there, So let's rough that up a little bit. All right, now this one right here. Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. Yeah, I don't believe that this one right here, you can take the emulsion tube off. Yeah, you can't take the emulsion tube off of this one. So you're just going to, basically just go ahead and put that whole thing into the Vibrasonic then. I mean, we're kind of shooting from the hip here, because this thing it's in bad shape. But, like I said, so everything's in there. We're going to go ahead and put the simple green in there, and do what we do. I'll bring you back once we get this done. All right, so I like to put it on the 65. Well, that's 66. Dyslexic. All right, so let's go backwards a little bit. All right, we're gonna put it on there for 30 minutes. It's a little nasty bugger. So we'll put it on there for 30 minutes. Usually I put it on there for 25, 20 minutes. But yeah, and then, we'll go back over to the machine and see what else we can get into. Oh, well, hold on. Usually hey, see how it's all getting all that old ethanol and things out of there? There you go. Alright, so we'll flip it halfway and see how we're doing. Well, let's see if that electric start works here. What we got here? This there. All right. See if the electric start works. Oh yeah. Huh. Yeah, we found this sucker in the trash. So, you know, I mean, electric start works, got good compression. Yeah, we might have us a working unit. I'm gonna have to probably do another video on that paddle because I gotta probably get them from somewhere local here or you know, Southgate mower or something like that, you know. But yeah, you know, we have to see if this little thing and gonna. Wow, I think it's gonna be a nice little machine. That's great. All right, let's look at this. Let's see how. Oh yeah, these things are bad. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there is nothing left to those. Someone's been on pavement with these. Yeah, I'm gonna have to source that bad boy. Hope it's not too much, because I mean, you know what you get. 100, 200 bucks out of this thing on this. Oh yeah. Well, let's see if this is this thing right here. Oh yeah, the directional works. So that's good. All right. Says 17. I wonder if that's like 17 horse or something like that. Oh no, it says 3 horsepower. Oh, how about that, huh? Yeah, you got yourself a blender for a snowblower here. Yeah, you can make the daiquiri and get the doggone snow out of there. What the heck was that? That's a poltergeist or something in my shop. All right, well, let's do a little snipping here. You see that was cut right there. We got plenty that we can. Well, if I can cut it with one hand, that'd be great. All right, there you go. Don't get old, then you know your hands will look like that. You know, arthritis and everything. You know, whoever said that mechanics' hands are not all. Oh, look at that! We got ourselves a little bit of a leak there with the oil. Huh? I don't know. Might have to tighten down the head a little bit or something, because these, you know, they vibrate, you know. So I don't know. Got a belt on there. Focus. Yeah, it's got a belt on there, so that's good. All right, well, I mean, for a trash pick, we might have ourselves a good little unit. I just wanted to show you this little screwdriver set and stand. It's $20, you know. I mean, if you do this stuff, you know, like I do, you know, you need all the tools you can get, you know, and it, you know, it doesn't have to be, you know, everything doesn't have to be snap-on and mack-on. I mean, you know, in a pinch, this little $20 set that my wife picked up for me, I mean, shoot, tools, you can't go wrong. 20 bucks, you know, that many of, shoot, you know, if 20 of the screwdrivers break, you still got a good $20 one. Okay, so just wanted to show you this float. Remember, we thought that it was trash. Now it, you know, it does what it's supposed to do. It floats. So let's see here. You see it pop back up, not sinking to the bottom. You know, this little Vibrasonic that I picked up years ago from Walmart.com. I love this thing. It does the trick. I mean, here, let me see here. Let's flip it around a little bit. You know, it's not that deep for some of these carburetors, but you see how clean that got? And I just flip it over halfway through, you know. Yeah, see, this thing is getting really clean. Actually, that one's done right there. Yep, that one's done. All right, so we flip that over. And it doesn't get that hot when you put it on 65, well, 66 this time, but 65, it gets it just enough. And the heat, because, you know, you don't want to fry, you know, whatever you put in there. So, yeah, but let's see here. We got 16 minutes left. Also, I just wanted to show you this little cart. My son got it for me. It's pretty cool. It holds a lot of weight. It's not a round seat. That's what I like about it. You know, I kind of like that kind of seat. And it's got the drawers. These, you know, these are functionable drawers. Everything here, you know. It's a nice little cart. It's got hard wheels on it. You know, you put your screwdrivers and things on this side. And yeah. I really liked it when he brought it home for me. He got it from Advance Auto. So you know, pick you up one, and you know, tell them Lewis Motors and Boats sent you. They won't do a damn thing for you, but yeah, just tell them. You know, it'd be cool. All right, so we got everything out of the Vibrasonic, and we already blew it out. The reason why I didn't film that is because my compressor was going, and I'm sure you don't want to hear that annoying sound. But yeah, we just blew this out right here. This is the main jet. Well, it sucks the fuel from the bowl, this one does. And blew inside there, everything got real nice and clean. Even this right here, I can see it's been repaired one time. You know, in the past, it's got solder mark on there. But yeah, it's seen better days. But you know, I mean, if it lasts, you know, a couple of winters, you know, it's worth, you know, $200. But let's see here. Get that gasket right. Now, these right here, you can always tell how it went back because of the, you know, the witness marks that it makes on these things. Just a little tip for you. Yeah. Yeah, and I like that little cart that I showed you earlier that my son got for me. Yeah, it was real nice. All right, let's get here. Let's turn this off. Now, I don't see the spring. It's probably inside that Vibrasonic, so I'm going to bring you back after I get done fishing that out. Okay, we're back. Now, we're going to start with the needle and seat first. This, it can be a little tricky, actually. So, just kind of like follow along here. So, you see this part right here with the little spring? It goes inside there. Just like that. Okay. All right. Now that part, focus. Now that part right there goes into here. Just like everything else. But now this is when it gets a little weird. Is this spring right here. This spring right here. Now this has to go right in the center. Okay. Now the way that you do it is that this portion right here goes into the bowl. The other portion right here goes on where the gasket goes, like I said before, earlier. So let's see here. It's very tedious. That spring, you get yourself one of these trays right here. You get them from the dollar store. you know, it'll kind of save you from losing stuff easy too, because you know it won't be rolling off the bench and things like that, you know. But this is one of the main ones that I dislike these ones right here because they're kind of hard to do. You got to get everything like lined up, you know. See, just what I'm talking about. I just dropped that spring and it just went right into the tray. It didn't go anywhere. I don't think it went anywhere else. Oh, what the hell? Where'd it go? Oh, yeah. Okay, here it goes. Yeah, it did go right in the tray. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. That part goes right there. That part goes right there. Kind of, sort of, like that. Okay. Like that. Okay. So it's just like that. Okay, now, I'm gonna put our thing back on there. Sometimes what I do is I convert it over to the other way if I have extra parts. But this one right here seems to be all there, so we won't do that today. Put it on there like that. Get that little arm to, oh, dropped it again. Now, yeah, see, this is real life. This ain't, you know, editing. It's going to be hard to do this type. It always is. It always is. So, that part goes on there. And that part goes on there. And then you slide your pin in. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I don't want to bore you with the details. But you get the drift. So see how I put that part right there, and that part kind of lays against that float, and then the pin goes all the way through. That's how you have to have it. If you don't have it like that, it won't pivot back and forth, you know, and shut the fuel off properly. Okay, so now when you go put your gasket back on, you have to lay it on top of that little wire part. Now, I'm going to show you a little trick how to make sure that your needle and seat is seating. Let me go get a piece of hose that we can blow through. Now, I got a piece of hose here. Okay. Now you blow through it. So you can't blow through it, right? So, but then you blow through it here. See it stop? That's how you know. See? So now we can go ahead and assemble the rest of it. Take this off. Right there. Okay. Now this little line right here, that little line goes on the side of where your spring and all that is. So just kind of like, don't press down too hard, don't try to wreck it, but still kind of, oh, and don't forget your O-ring here, I mean your little gasket, you know, for your bowl there. Make sure that is all free and clear, of course. And then you can, because see what that does, if that's clogged, what that does, that this is what that bolt is, also a jet. So what that does is that it also brings fuel up to the carb. So if that's clogged, it's not going to pump it up there. And then you're going to be like, well, I cleaned the carburetor. I don't know what happened. You know, I've done it before. Just saying. All right, let's bring this back over there to the machine and get her rocking and rolling. All right, now remember, you have to put that Z-bin inside that little hole there first, you know. So you just go ahead and grab it. It's a little bit difficult, and on the other end, don't take it off the other end either. So you got to kind of like get right at the right angle with that Z-bin, put it in there, and then turn it. So let's see here. Yeah. See? You gotta, whoop. That thing flung in the back there. You don't want to take that off, and you don't want to lose that, because now you're going to have to take this whole thing off. So be careful. There we are. Alright, she's coming back. Alright, now, let's see here. Go ahead and put this right in there like that, and then give it a little turn. Okay. Now be careful with your gasket, you don't rip the gasket, because you can't be sucking in the air, especially on these little jobbies, man. They're really temperamental about the air. So put that all back up in there like that. Alright. Get your T25, and what I like to do, I like to just do a couple turns on each side, so you're not putting one all the way to one side and then put one all the way to the other side, and kind of give each side the proper torque. You know, give each side the proper torque. So just a couple turns on that side. Okay, until it's just a small amount of snugness, if that's a word, I don't know. Alright, now this side right here. What the? Alright, this side right here. Alright, that side there. Now there's a plastic little spacer back there. It didn't come off. It didn't come off on this, you know, this one, but they do, you know, they do come off when, you know, when you take them off sometimes. So don't think they don't, you know. So we have to just really ever so slightly each side, give it a little love on each side, and then go back and forth, because like I said, you don't want to wreck that gasket, and you don't want to give one too much love on one side and not the other, you know, like you know, like you don't want to tighten it all the way down and then try to, because it's going to wreck something, believe me. So let's see here now. All right, then go back and forth. You want to just keep on going back and forth until you feel that it's snug. Now, don't use any impacts or anything like that, because this T25 was stripped pretty good, pretty easily, you know. So I'm going to go ahead and mix up some gas, and let's put on our fuel line here that we snipped a little bit off. Remember, it was ripped. All right, there you go. Go ahead and put the little clamp on there. There you are. Let me bring you over here real quick. So this is what we got. We put our line on there. Our spring is nice and, nice and tight, And this thing right here is up and down. Our bolts back there are torqued down, nice and hand tight. You don't have to go tighten it to Texas, So let's fire this thing up. All right, let's right there. Give it a couple of pumps. Oh, hold on a second. Did we hook up our little pumper? No, we did not. Okay. All right, let's open up the garage, because you don't want to start these things even just for a second, without ventilation. You don't want to die over something you found in the trash, All right, well, let's see here. Instead of pulling on it, we're just going to use the electric start. We know it works. We tried it earlier. Okay, make sure she's on. We gave her a couple pumps already. Let's see what we got here. All right, we got ourselves another nice little machine here. Let's look at it a little bit more. All right, let's look at this a little bit more here. We can pull it this time. Let's see. Alrighty then. I like that. Okay. Alright, we got ourselves another successful little snowblower here. Trash picked. How about that? See, like I always say, folks, it's just nuts and bolts. Now, I'm probably going to have another video, part 2 of this one, to address this auger. It's really bad, that auger. I gotta either put the new pads on there or just replace the auger altogether. But yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, now what I usually do, I don't think I told you this before. I leave this open for a couple hours after I get done with these things, because these could fail. And then you got to take all back apart and everything, and and you just want to make sure that this is not going to leak any gas, because it'd be all over the shop, and then you got to take all that back apart and everything, and it's just it's a real hassle, So yeah, I mean, I'm super happy about this one. I did not think this one was going to be work. If this going to be working or not. So yeah, with that said, remember, it's just nuts and bolts, and God bless.